Anybody want to hear about the leads?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something very close to my heart. Leads, online lead generation. This is my thing. I love it. Something that resonated with me recently, and I really hope will help clarify some of the things about leads with you guys. So this makes it super, super easy to understand, I think. But we'll go over it quickly. But this is a representation of a real estate transaction, a timeline, if you will, right? So, and this is the closing. This is where it happens, where you get paid. So that's what we want to get to, right? This line represents about 10 weeks out. That's when a client really starts getting interested in looking at real estate and wants to buy property. They're ready to go out and start looking at houses seriously, right? So here, this line is, so this is total about 3 years. This line right here is usually when someone becomes a lead. People generally know about 2 to 3 years out if they're going to think about selling their house, if they're moving, spouse is transferring, you know, they kind of have a feeling I had to get ready to retire, something's going on, they know 2 years out. The fun part about real estate, right, is looking at houses, right, online too today. You, at this point, this is when people usually go on to Zillow or your websites or any of the other websites out there, and they start looking at houses, boom, it forces them to register. This is why people say those leads suck, because this person is still really 2 years out from buying a house. They just wanted to start looking, but they're not ready to talk to an agent yet and go look at houses. So the leads don't suck, they're just not quite ready yet. So this is all lead generation here. This is follow-up. And this is the closing. So we got 1, 2, and 3. If we ask everybody here on the line in the room, you know, which part do you struggle with in this 1, 2, or 3? Nobody says 3, right? I mean, we can hire Paula, we can hire other people to take care of that for you. That's stuff realtors don't want to do, right? But it's probably 50% of us have problems with lead generation and 50% with follow-up. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what can we do? Give me some ideas about lead generation. Where do you guys get your leads? Anne-Marie, I know you get a lot of leads.
Referrals.
Referrals. Okay, good.
Nice.
What else are your best lead generation items? SOI, yeah. Right. What else? Facebook? I have a lot of opinions about that one. What else?
Our own websites.
Website, okay.
Build our own website.
Website.
Open houses, signs.
Open houses.
Open houses.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was that?
You're the rain of the skylight.
Oh, okay.
Direct mail.
Direct mail. So farming, direct mail, like I said. All right. How about if I just put farming, that work?
Yep.
Anything else that's super highly effective?
Lead generation websites like Zillow or
Oh, like buying leads, yeah. Okay.
calling expires
Well, that's good. There you
for sale by others. Picking up the phone.
go. Just saying, right?
Yeah.
Expires and physical. Okay, cool. So we got a lot of great options here. How about follow-up? What do you guys do for follow-up? It's effective.
Campaigns. Put someone on an automatic drip.
Like email campaigns?
Yeah.
Smart plans.
Smart plans?
Smart
Okay.
plans, that's fine.
Okay. Good.
Texting, picking up the phone.
Texting. SMS.
have a system, a real system that you follow. You know, every week you follow up with all of the
Maybe
people that you're not dealing
checklist or something
with.
maybe?
Yeah.
Systems.
Like a CRM management thing where you have a calendar where they alert you to call.
CRM, reminders,
The neighborhood nurture is one particular smart plan,
right?
but the common one.
So those that were at the ALC clinic, don't remember kind of my vision for Keller Williams Santa Fe. Anybody remember?
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, be the top. Go ahead.
To be the choice, the number one choice for real estate in New Mexico.
All in New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
To be the choice, the go-to choice real estate company for agents and their clients in all of New Mexico. Perfect. So that's why we're talking about this. I want you guys to all have fantastic systems to cover these things and to be the choice for your clients and other agents. Okay, anything else? Follow
I meet with my people, we might go to lunch, we might go to.
Lunch?
Dinner, you know, but just being present, that's what I like to do, just being around people.
like events maybe, or
Events,
sign
I do a combination, yeah, I haven't done events, which I need to do, but then it's just meeting up with them personally. I'm gonna be doing that this afternoon with my clients. I did last week, they had me over at Go Run. And, you know, it's just, it's personable and it's high touch.
right?
Yeah, social engagements in the community.
Maybe so events slash lunches. Then things like mani-pedi parties or movie night around the theater, that kind of stuff.
What about sending out your app,
Your app,
sending out your app?
that's good. So the KW app. Right. So what if we could really nail these two items, right? And make them so strong that you can automate these things. You can't really automate this. I know this is where everybody wants to spend their time. At closings, right, you get paid. Just go shake hands, have smiles, get your check, sign the documents. We could do really strong things here for very little money, if not no money. And when you get it so good, you can really automate it and pass it on to somebody else to do these things for you, and you can spend your time here. So does this kind of make it more clear about a real estate lead that's online, that kind of thing? And why, you know, they're not bad leads, they're just not ready yet. But you got them in your database. Now you've got the money, everybody's heard this, the money's in the follow-up. This is where it is. We all can generate leads pretty well, lots of different methods, especially with command nowadays, but money is in the follow-up. So,
And what's your timing for, in terms of how often do you follow up? Is there?
very good question. Yeah. It depends, right? So Gary's, I mean, 36 touch, you know, straight out of the MREA. So 36 times, but there's different methods of that. So one of my favorite things that we're working on right now that I think is just genius, it's so simple, very easy to do. And it doesn't matter where the lead came from. Doesn't matter any of that. You can put these people on this one little thing. You can generate leads from open houses, from websites, from pay-per-click, Facebook ads, it doesn't matter. By the way, I think Facebook ads are terrible. Facebook leads. If you're looking for somebody who's right here, they're not terrible if you're trying to build a list. Okay, and that's a big thing. Maybe it's something so something you'll hear me say, but build the list and service the list. That's all you gotta do. I mean, we can do client events and spend tons of money, all that, that's great. But the method I'm gonna tell you right now about follow-up is free. And really, you don't have to spend money on big events and stuff like that. So, am I ready to hear about this?
Yes, please.
And I've talked with a few of you about it, but, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna send out 2 emails per week. Every single week. And remember this, middle of the week and middle of the day is the best time to send out email marketing. You know, when you first wake up in the morning, most servers send out emails that are automated and things at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you have so many spam messages and we're just going delete. So we're trying to get through them. Right after lunch, when people get back and they get settled back in the desk, they're most likely to open emails and actually read them. That's been proven by, what is it, Craig? Survey, not monkey. Well, not constant contact, and what's the other one? MailChimp, yes, it's a monkey. So, yeah, this is stuff I study, it's crazy stupid, right? But if it just converts a little bit better, is it worth it? Absolutely, one transaction. So middle of the day, middle of the week, best time to send out. So anything you can schedule. Tuesday morning, you're gonna get up, and you're gonna do a little bit of research. You're gonna go into Paragon, and you're gonna set yourself up as a saved search for in the comments, like in the description of property, you're gonna put in like investor, opportunity, fixer-upper. You're gonna look for properties like that. And so you're gonna get those sent to you every day. Just take them and put them into a folder in your Gmail. Now, Tuesday morning, you're gonna pull them up and you're gonna analyze them. And you're gonna see which one you like. Just, you know, because you probably showed a house in the same neighborhood or something like that recently. So you might be familiar with it. You say, I like this one, and just look at it and make some sort of a educated decision about, I know if you could spend $30,000 and you fix the countertops and you painted the kitchen, I bet you could turn around and rent it out for this. Or you could turn around and sell it for this. That's all you have to do. Now you're an expert. So you're gonna send that email out Tuesday about 2 o'clock. It's gonna be Amy's investor pick of the week. You go out at 2 o'clock, that's all you're gonna say in the subject. Pick of the week for 11/11/21, whatever. You're gonna put a picture of the property and a link to your website if you have one, or a link to your command website. It goes directly to the property. But you're gonna put a small paragraph, very, very small, not a big paragraph, a block of words, people don't read it. Small paragraph is gonna say, this is my pick of the week because I know I showed a house in that neighborhood yesterday. And if you spent $30,000 on that kitchen, you could flip it and sell it for $80,000 more than they're asking right now. That's why this is my pick of the week, blah, 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 period. You send that out to every single person in your database, every lead that you've ever gotten, all your past clients, your sphere, it doesn't matter. They don't need to be segmented for this. Everybody would enjoy getting that. I wouldn't unsubscribe from it. Does anybody else think they would unsubscribe?
No.
I think it's a great idea.
I love it.
People love to, think about investments and the idea, whether you actually have done it or not done it. It's always pretty interesting, or somebody that's looking to invest.
That's the key right there. You're gonna send this out to all these people. They're not going to subscribe because you're an expert now, and they want to look. Even if they're not an investor, they want to see what does it take. And you have instant credibility because you're putting out, making a decision, and putting some thought into it. They're going to hear a conversation happening at church or at work or whatever. Oh, you want to invest in real estate? Well, you should get Amy's email that goes out. I'm on her list. Let me forward that to you. She sends out her pick every single week. Cool? Good on that one?
Very cool.
So lots of credibility.
I have a
Yes.
question. If you don't have a listing, what do you do? Just scan MLS and something you saw and use that?
So you're not saying it's your listing, right? So you should be good, right?
You're right, as long as it's IDX driven.
I'm all about pushing the envelope, right? That's what Tom does. Close his ears. Ask forgiveness later on.
Right, ideas.
$75 fine is, it's okay for listening.
Tom in jail.
Tom in jail,
Answering the phone from jail.
gosh, I was gonna say something about that. One other way too, like when you're searching for properties, search Santa Fe properties, and you can change the columns in Paragon. Want to make sure one of your columns is price per square foot, sorted by highest to lowest, and then lowest to highest. Now you can probably, the lowest price per square foot, probably going to be some investor properties that you can look at. Really, I don't think it should take you more than 30 minutes a week devising this email to send. Okay, now the second email we're going to do is the luxury pick of the week. It's going to be Pamela's luxury pick of the week, right? Who doesn't like clicking and looking at luxury properties? I wouldn't unsubscribe. We think, Jasmine, would you unsubscribe?
Absolutely not.
You like looking at luxury properties, right? Especially right after lunch, you're full, you're just not ready to get back in the swing of work. Click, click, click. Now, if you have the right website and command eventually will start showing you when people click on your links in your emails and they're going back to your command website. So you can see who is doing stuff and who's not. Now, in all of your signatures, so you're gonna do the same thing with that, right? A couple of pictures, not a lot, 3 sentences max, not a big block of words. Send, middle, Tuesday and Thursday, 2 o'clock. Now, just go in and search, right, for luxury pick of the week, you say something like, this house is $525 a square foot, just like all the other houses in Los Angeles, but this one has 5 acres instead of 2, something like, just give an opinion. People can put themselves on a safe search on Zillow, Realtor.com, a million other websites, but you're adding value to this and you're dragging them back to your website. Zillow doesn't do this. No other real estate agents are doing this, but we want to be the real estate company of choice for all of New Mexico, right?
I have to say, I think this is a phenomenal program.
Thank you.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, this kind of a system seems easy. All the other ones seem, involved. But this seems so real. It's real-time information you're promoting. I love your idea about the middle of the week. And I love it. It's pithy, investor or luxury, and people can focus on that. It's not something that people have to think about too much.
It's stupid simple, right?
I love it.
Good. Perfect. Thank you.
Robert put in the chat, just saying, listing provided by a broker's name in small print.
When they click on it, it goes to the website, it will have it on there. Yeah. So good. Any other questions?
How does it work? You said if you send the email out through command and you get to see all the people that have viewed it and clicked on it, what if your website is not through command? Will it still show all the leads you brought over to your website?
Some websites and CRMs do, some don't. It just depends on what you have.
Okay.
Boomtown, I know has it, for sure.
But it won't show you in command.
No, they won't sync. The best thing to do would just be to work it in Boomtown or whatever you're using.
Let me suggest, because we just found out that, and ask whatever lead generation company you're using, ask them if they have an integration where you get that lead and it transfers right into your CRM. Because we have found that on a couple, with our CRM, which is Surefire top of mind, it will move right in there, which is nice to save that step from manually having to put it in. So it's a good question to ask.
And it's off of command, there's a marketplace button, and you can find a lot of third-party integrations. Some of them are free and some you have to pay for.
Yeah, I know when you first get started in command, you can just integrate everything that you already have in your contacts on your phone, which is nice.
Pricing and different things, but the marketplace will actually give you third-party websites that you can coordinate with.
Any other questions about this follow-up system? We're talking about the 2 emails a week. I got a couple other big ideas for you. It's super simple, right? Doesn't cost anything. We already have the systems in place to do it, right? Okay, what if, here's 2 more ideas for follow-up. This is great, right? But it's nothing to do with holidays or mani-pedi parties or anything like that. What if, there's a couple other ideas. What if, as a market center, we engaged a window washer? And we got them to do, every house we could get them on for $100. And we paid half of it, $50. And so you sent this out, easy phone calls to all of your clients. Hey, our office hired a window washer. We'll do all of your windows for $50.
Wonderful.
It's not free, but it's cheap enough to where people would do it. I bet if you did that to every one of your clients that you know, you paid half, they paid half, I bet you would get some close.
I usually just pay for the windows to get done. When they move in.
It's a great thing to do before listing too, right? I mean, windows are a cheap way to really spruce up a house.
You know, I have a handyman remodeler. One of his things he throws in the windows. And it's such a beautiful, all the work is done and then the windows are sparkly clean. It's such a gift. I love it.
Good idea?
Great idea.
Smells good.
Great idea.
All right, so my last idea is some of the things that people are doing in other parts of the country. Leather bound book embossed with your name on it on the outside. It is a how-to book for your home. When you close them, you present them with this book. It's got, the Nest Smart Thermostat is smarter than anybody in the world. It's got, the type of furnace you have. It has all the types of appliances that they have and how to use them, how to maintain them, all of those things. You present this to them at closing. It's got your business cards in there, but it has your name embossed on the outside in color Williams. Give it to them. They are not going to throw this thing away, right? Two most expensive things in the world that don't have a book: your home and kids. No one's going to throw this away. They're going to pass it on to the next people too when they sell the house. It'll stay there. I think as an ALC for this year, next year, this is going to be one of the things that we're going to work on for the entire office. So if you'd like to be part of one of those committees and do that and get involved with helping create this for everyone, so we can order, leather bound books en masse and give us a discount, so that we can all have plenty of them on hand for every time you have to close it. And then we'll have them all staged with, tab dividers for the different appliances and things. So, good idea?
Great
idea.
What about this? Helpful?
Yeah.
Ray, I just have a question. When you said the luxury pick of the week, when does that go out? Is that like? are you
Thursday.
off? Thursday, I understand.
Middle. Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday investor, Thursday luxury. Okay, any other questions here?
Just one comment, and it's kind of jumping on the coattails of Renee. Sure gives you a good reason to get up in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty easy one to do, to follow up, so.
And you have a plan.
You got a plan, all right, that's a simple, great, super job.
Cool.